good to see you. I'm going to
It's
turn my other light on.
awesome. It is so good to see you too. Look at you. Oh,
It's so good to see you. It's been a
yes.
while.
Oh, it's been a while. I know we've both been so
Oh
busy.
my God.
Um,
It's just been off the charts.
off the charts busy. I know, right? And you've got a new book coming.
Yes, I have a book coming out, and it's right now it's being read by three senior editors at Bloomsbury right now before I know. So, anyway, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I cannot wait to read it. It's going to be so
I
good.
can't wait to read it again. No, I mean, when you go through it chapter by chapter by chapter and line by line by line, and you just dissect this and dissect that and expand this and take this out. It's like, oh my God, is it finally ready?
Right? I know it's going to be good. It's going to be amazing. And just really quickly, can you share just a little bit about you for the people coming on my channel who don't know who you
Sure,
are?
sure. Yeah, I am the founder of Rowdy Girl Sanctuary, which is the first ever documented beef cattle ranch in the world to go vegan and live to tell about it. That's my elevator spiel, okay? So, we're in Texas. We started our operation in Angleton. My husband's a multi-generational cattle rancher, and I didn't know that me going vegan on a cattle ranch was going to start a movement, but it did. I had no clue that what I was doing. I was just going crazy. So I always say, never be shy about going crazy. Sometimes it's exactly what you got to do. Losing my mind was exactly what I needed to do to get this one.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I know. And your work is epic. I made a video a couple weeks ago about a great way that people can support who are introverts. Because, like, some people feel uncomfortable, like you said, like going crazy, right? And some people, are a little reserved. And one of the great ways to do animal activism as an introvert is to support people like you who are on the front lines,
Woo!
who are sharing all of that. So that's why we collaborated this July together, um,
Yay.
to get more people to support your sanctuary. And it's just $8 a month. That's what Nate and I do. Um,
I know, right? Thank you so much. Even Tommy and I are members of our own organization. We donate every month. I think we
oh,
donate $15 a month, and we've been doing it for years. If you're
yeah.
gonna, we do the same thing, and that little bit of money every month, as I'm a member of your school community too, and even though I haven't been very active lately because of so much going on, I wouldn't, I love that I can go on there anytime and feel like I can be present and when and if I could jump back in with all fours, I will. I say all fours because got to be like an animal, but anyway, I just love what you do and what you represent, and the fact that you understand the value of members. Members is what makes the world go round. We have almost 800 now. I think we're somewhere in the 760 range or something like that. And so, if we can get, our goal is to get to 800, and then of course we're going to want to get to 900. But because it never ends for the animals. We're always growing here. We're building a medical treatment facility for them, which is extremely expensive and necessary. We're always building new fences. Fences break down. We're always buying hay. We're always taking animals to the vet. So it never ends. And so we're going to be building a volunteer center, like a volunteer hub where people can actually come and stay, and we'll have little small events. We can still have events now, but we're going to have a little small kitchen where I can do raw food demonstrations and those kinds of things. So that'll be lots of fun. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. So, just to share with everybody who's watching, we want you to support the animals by joining Rowdy Girl Sanctuary. The link is in either of our bios. And if you join, it's just $8 a month. It's not a lot of money, right? Not a lot, but it's volume that adds up. So join up. If you join up in the month of July, you have half a month left to join. And if you do, you are entered to win one of 3 signed copies of our recipe books. We've got hand salads and burgers and soups to choose from. There's a couple other ones too. So if you win, if you're one of the winners, you get to choose which book you want. Nate and I will sign it and we'll ship it out to you. But in order to enter to win, sign up to be a Rowdy Girl Sanctuary supporter. Again, $8 a month. You could do more too if you want. You could totally,
Totally.
like you said, $15 or $25. What does $8 a month help with if
Oh
somebody were
my
to sign
gosh,
up?
$8 a month. If you when you consider that a square bale of hay costs right now probably about $15, one square bale. So it buys half of a square bale, or it'll buy a bag of organic apples, you
Mm,
know?
yep.
I mean, these animals eat a lot of produce. They eat a lot of raw food. We're always, you ought
They
to see
do.
our baskets when we go to the grocery store, full of bags of kale and apples and bananas and grapes and blueberries, all organic, of course. I mean, we do our best to give them all organic, but it's so fun and some of them love, love, love pineapple. They love watermelon, all the melons. And so everything we're eating here at home, like I just had an animal caretaker come and get, the remains of one of the big watermelons I just ate. Like I eat a watermelon almost every other day. And so, the animals get to enjoy the reserves of that. They love the rind. You don't want to throw a rind away because them little piggies, they love it.
That's awesome. I remember when I used to volunteer at a sanctuary in Canada, what I would do is I would save a lot of my scraps and I would just put them in like a bin in the freezer because the sanctuary was about an hour and a half drive away. So it was hard to take fresh stuff there. But I would just put all my scraps in the freezer in a bucket. And then anytime I'd go, I would just take the bucket and they would have a little extra bonus treat. It's really nice.
Exactly. That's what we do. We want to make sure that we're, keeping, we don't just throw stuff away. We always give it to the animals.
Yeah.
Always, always.
That's awesome. So what else? There's a grand prize,
Yes, there,
right?
there is a
Yes.
grand prize. The
Share
grand
about that.
prize, what's that?
Share about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to, God, I have to pull up my computer because the grand prize is me and you. Like I know it's a live or something with you and me.
Yes.
And let me pull up my computer to get all the details because this is such a fun, fun collaboration. You have made this super fun.
Aw,
So I
thank
know
you.
Chelsea sent it to me. Yes, she did. And so all new members who join Rowdy Girl in July, you've already said, is going to get that just at a minimum of $8 a month. And all new members who join the Raw Food Romance community, which is your awesome school community that, I can't even say enough about how much I love the engagement in the Raw Food Romance school community. Um, I have learned so much there. I'll never forget the day I learned how to make corn tortillas raw. I was ecstatic, that I was able to, have something crunchy and it was raw, you know. And so, if you're not on the school community for Raw Food Romance, this is a good opportunity to get a chance, to go ahead and join and win a bunch of cool prizes. You're going to be able to receive 60% off of a code for all of the Raw Food Romance digital ebooks. And by the way, I want to be entered in to win one of the hard copies. I love the hard copies. I know a lot of people love all that digital, this stuff, but I find that I like to pull out a cookbook and read it, and but that's just me. But you'll also be entered into a raffle to win a Raw Food Romance signed book. 3 winners will be selected. A special first place prize is a Rowdy Girl Sanctuary Eat Fruit Not Friends t-shirt. I should have worn it. I think
Ah,
we sent you. We think we sent you. Oh, you just won something from the last collaboration.
yeah, exactly. I just won from Jane Unchained.
You
Yeah.
did. So you won our. You won the veganism was shoved down my throat and I chewed it up and I
Yeah,
liked the t-shirt. I love those
the Tommy
t-shirts.
t-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, but the
That's
Eat
gonna be
Fruit Not
fun.
Friends tank top is really, really cool. It's a lot of fun. Um, and you're going to get a matching bumper sticker and the bonus raffle. Here it is. People who join both the Rowdy Club, which is Rowdy Girl Sanctuary, and the Raw Food Romance exclusive school community, which you have to go. I mean, God, where else can you go and get lives for 2 hours? I mean, one of the things I love is just sitting in my chair on a Saturday when I don't have anything to do
Right.
and just watch you and Nate like in the kitchen. It is so much fun. I mean, it really is. I mean, and you don't do it to entertain, you do it thoroughly to add value, to give us tips, to give us information. And so it's just so super cool. And so you're going to get the bonus raffle is if you join the Rowdy Club and the Raw Food Romance community in the month of July, you're going to be entered into an exclusive raffle to win a private Zoom call with Lissa and me, and you can talk about anything you want: activism, raw food, romance. What do you want? How to get
Yeah.
rowdier?
Right? That's going to be so much fun. So, if, like Renee says, if you join the Raw Food Romance community and the Rowdy Club, you're entered to win that special raffle. It's only for people who join both in the month of July. And the cool thing about the community is that it's 30% off until the end of July. So, if you join before July 31st, you're locked in at 30% every month. So it's not like it's just this month. It's every month that you're in the community, you get 30% off. So instead of $47 a month, you're locked in at $33 a month, which is really close to our founding member sale that we had last
I'm a
year, which will.
founding member. I'm a
You're a
founding
rowdy founding
member.
girl. I know. I love that. So if you wanted to get in, this is your chance. Join the community and also go support Renee with the $8 a month and yeah, enter to win. And not only are you entered to win, but you're gonna feel good because you're helping someone out there who is helping the animals, right? I mean, that's the whole
Oh,
point. That's why we're vegan in the first place.
that's why we're vegan. You know, we just recently rescued a little goat named Eshawn. He's in quarantine right now, but he's going to be getting out soon. He is the most adorable, beautiful, solid white goat. He looks like a goat out of, some little, like children's children's movie. He is so angelic. His name is Eshawn, and he was actually rescued from a halal slaughterhouse by some brave animal activists. And so, he was destined to be, you know, and he was a former, FFA goat, like a family's Future Farmers of America.
Right.
And so those kids, they raise these animals in these school systems. They become their friends and then they kill them. And so that's what our system does. Our system normalizes violence, teaches our kids to love animals and be violent towards them at the same time. So the dichotomy is fierce. And what Radical Sanctuary does is yes, we're a sanctuary for farm animals, but our activism is global. We have a global voice for animal rights. We collaborate with animal rights leaders all over the world. We're funded by very very strong funding arms in the animal rights world, and they appreciate. I tell you what, our major funders appreciate so much that Rowdy Girl is doing everything we can to become sustainable. Because if you don't become sustainable, you become a sanctuary out there that is falling apart and then the animals suffer. So every member every membership towards Rowdy Girl helps us to make sure that we are viable and sustainable into the future for these animals, because that's what it really all boils down to. It all boils down to that we want to be able to leave a legacy, so that when Tommy and I are, are older and out there doing what we do in the world, to promote, Rowdy Girl as founders, we want to have this place well established. And you're giving me a good idea to have like a founders, like some sort of a founders thing. I love your what do you call it? Founders?
Founding members.
Founding members. How about the first 800 are our founding members? I think I ought to, you know what? That's really a good idea, because founding members, uh, it will make the world shake for these animals.
Yeah, it will. It really does make such a huge difference. And people always think like, like these little things that they do might not make a difference. Like what's $8 going to do? But when you have 800 people donating $8, it makes a huge impact. So every person that we can get to help you guys, and not only to help just the animals at your sanctuary, like you said, you're working globally, and you had mentioned something about helping other farmers.
Yes.
Do you do stuff like
Well,
that?
we have in the past. We're not like in the game of actually acquiring funding anymore for farmers. It was a lot of money, like a lot. And so we don't do that anymore, but we are really, really supportive of farmers that want to transition. We are a part of the movement. We started the farm transition movement, and we still educate and inspire, motivate, and encourage, farmers to transition. And before we started it, there wasn't a farm transition organization at all. And so we started that, and I'm real proud of the fact that we did. It's just that we did it out of a heartbeat for farmers, and my voice was so fierce about it. And we really tried to help this one farmer transition, but they just couldn't do it. And it doesn't matter how much money sometimes you have, if the farmers can't do what they got to do their part, basically.
Yeah, it has to come from within. It has to be a
Yeah.
change, that's solid and profound. That like your change.
Yeah.
Did you want to share a little bit about your story about how you changed?
Sure. What happened was, I married Tommy for the second time in 2010, March 25th, 2010. And we had been married before in the 90s, and I am in recovery. And so at the time when we divorced the first time, I had a big relapse and a lot of problems. And so, anyway, our marriage couldn't withstand all that. And so some years passed, but we never fell out of love. A lot of years passed, actually. And so uh, one day, my mother called me up and she said, Renee, I heard from Tommy. I said, you did? And she said, yeah, evidently you got some Queen Anne chairs over there that used to be your grandma's, my mother's, and he has reupholstered those chairs. And he said, if you want them, you can come get them, um, or he's going to sell them. They're really nice antique chairs. And I said, well, I'd love to have them. And she said, oh, and another thing. He said there would never be another girl like you.
Oh, that is so sweet.
And I said, what? Tell me more. And so, and so anyway, she did. Something came up about who's he dating, and he said, oh, he dates this one girl every now and then, but there'll never be another Renee.
Oh,
And so, well, of course there would, right? I mean, come on.
of course.
Anyway, I don't know now whether he's glad or not, but I think most days he is. We started dating again, and we got married again. And I didn't plan to go vegan and ruin his life. I didn't plan to do it on Halloween. I didn't know it was happening. I didn't plan to go vegan. See, I wasn't like sitting around thinking, I think I'll transition and go vegan and go plant based. And no, you don't think that way if you're a cattle breaker. You
No.
know, and you know why you don't? You don't think that way because you are oppressed. We live in a world of oppression. And you don't even know you're being oppressed when you're being oppressed.
Right.
And so instead of knowing I was being oppressed, I went crazy. I say that lightheartedly, but really it was like I kept watching these baby calves go to the sale barn and the mama's crying year after year after year, twice a year, and it would just give me panic attacks, And so I started doing the research on what was happening to these baby calves. And come to find out, what I saw was horrific. And you can't unsee what you see. And Tommy kept telling me what I was seeing was Peter propaganda. That's what he called it. And so I said, PETA propaganda. And so I started looking up PETA propaganda. Well, the thing is, a lot of people want to blame a lot of stuff on organizations like PETA or, all these big organizations that are doing big things for the animals because they have lots of money to call it out. And so it isn't propaganda. It's real, real stuff that they have a lot of money to push behind, just like Animal Ag does. So,
Yeah.
I started seeing what was really happening, and I started really breaking. Water, when it drips on a rock, will eventually go all the way through. I mean, the devastation of water was clearly seen here in Texas, last week or so at Camp Mystic. Water is fierce. It is, and it will tear through anything. And the water that was dripping on my heart, the heartbeat of these animals that were being killed, I, I, I eventually broke. It broke me. And the break was not, I think I'm going to go vegan today. The break was on Halloween Day, me, going to my mother in law's. I had just watched a Melanie Joy dissertation on carnism. It was October 31st, 2014. And I had just watched a table, a family around a table talking about beef stew and how good this beef stew was. And I heard these people say, well, what's the recipe? And the lady of the house says, well, I'm so glad you asked. You start off with a pound of golden retriever. And when I heard that, I I was like shocked. I've been watching all these slaughterhouse videos for months, trying to figure out how to do the right thing the wrong way. Or the wrong thing the right way. Yes, what it is. The wrong thing the right way. I was trying for months to figure out how to do that. And then when I stumbled on this video, I didn't know it was vegan.
Right.
I had no idea. And so then whenever I saw that, I was like, and then the lady went, oh, just kidding. It's really a cow. Well, nobody could keep eating because the image of the baby puppy was in their mind. See,
Right.
perception is
It
powerful.
is.
And so, yeah. And so I went to my mother-in-law's that day. It was Halloween, like we did every year, a big block party. And walked in, all the families everywhere in their costumes, chittering and chattering and all that. And my mother-in-law walks out with a pot of beef stew. And I had just seen this video, and I pretty much, called it out on the carpet. I didn't know I was going vegan that day. I just knew I couldn't eat that. And so what I said was, oh my God, I can't eat that. It's got floating dead, hacked up animal bodies in it. I can't eat that. And she was like, what did you say? And I mean, I called it what it was. That for the first time, instead of seeing beef stew, I saw chopped up dead bodies in a bowl. Well, what is it? Is it beef stew? Or is it chopped up, hacked up dead bodies that grieved and suffered and were killed a violent death?
Right.
You know, that's what it is.
Mhm.
And so when you start calling stuff out on the carpet, you'll go vegan. And so that's what happened. I mean, I saw it, I named it, I claimed it, I got ostracized immediately by my family. I'm like, oh! And Tommy was like, Renee, I cannot believe you just did that. It was as if the emperor who wore no clothes had just walked across, our living room there. It was like, that's what it was like.
Mhm.
And so I went, when Tommy and I left that day, he said, you've done it. You've done it. I said, I know. I think I went vegan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's powerful. What was like the first week or so? First couple weeks being vegan. How did that feel?
Oh my gosh. The the first day I went vegan, I walked well, that day when we went home, I walked into my house, and at the time, Tommy had, deer heads and horns and, wild game everywhere. I mean, because he used to be a hunter. And so our home was full of, all these trophy heads. And Tommy, and when I walked in after I went vegan that day, it was like every eye in the house was on me. And
Yeah.
I ducked my head and I ran through the house screaming. My sensitivity was on my outsides. It was like everything that I had just experienced with that chopped up dead bodies in a bowl was now on my outsides. And I didn't know that I was going vegan, but evidently I was. And it was like, how a vampire becomes a vampire and he doesn't even know it until he wants blood? Well, that's kind of what happened to me, but in opposite. I
Right.
talk about that in my book. I
Opposite.
talk about it in my book because it's true. One of the very big secrets you want to know about me that people may not ever know, I talk about it, is I love vampire movies. And so it's I hardly ever watch them, but I love them. And and it's like when I went vegan, that's what it was kind of like, but in reverse. I started like detesting the sight of blood, the smell of it, the very thought of tasting it, anything that represented death, darkness, all of that. I wanted only what was light and pure, and that's what eventually led me to want to be raw. And so it's so interesting how you know uh how the mind just keeps elevating. It's like you keep elevating. I went vegan for the animals, and then I went whole food, plant-based, and now I do 80/20. In full transparency, but I know I'm going to go raw, all in raw again soon. you
Yeah,
know
exactly.
I know
I know,
I
and
will.
yeah, of course, of course. We know how good it feels, right? But I like that you said that too because it's not that. That's why I love the community, the raw food romance community, because it's about people adding more raw. You don't have to be 100% raw to join. You just have to have a love of raw food. And we do so much more than just raw food. Like right now in July, we're doing the movement snacks challenge where every day there's a new movement snack because diet is just one small part of overall health. So we're trying to incorporate more things like that, like affirmations and meditation and sleep and exercise and all that. But yeah, it's so interesting to hear about your story. It's cool. You went raw, or sorry, vegan on Halloween of 2014. I went vegan September 12th, 2014. So
Really,
we're like a month and a half apart, which is super
that
cool.
is so amazing. And I'll tell you, I was totally raw for 8 months, and I felt so, so good. I still feel really good, but I can tell I eat mostly raw, but I can tell that my digestion is different. So totally different. And I'm like, God, I need to get back to all raw soon. And so, anyway, yeah, I know I'm going to. I know I will soon.
Nice, nice. And the community is there to help you for anyone else who's trying to add more raw. Nate and I, like you said, we do our Saturday classes, and sometimes we'll have Tuesday classes, or, random here and there. And this Saturday, we are making the nacho chips on the show, and we're going to be making tostadas as well. And then on August 2nd, so if you join the community in July, you'll be able to attend the August 2nd class. We're going to be making pizza wraps on the show. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to
I
make,
want to go Saturday. I would
yes,
love to learn that
yeah.
because, really going to y'all's classes is so much fun. I mean, people, I'm not kidding. I mean, it's really so fun. And there is no judgment in the community. I mean, there's so many people there that, are doing their best. And y'all, you and Nate are such encouragers,
Oh, thank
you
you.
know. Yeah, you are. You're such encouragers. There's never any judgment. There's nothing but, a feeling of being welcome no matter where you are, no matter if you, like me, I'm 80/20 now, and some days I'm all raw, but, I just, yeah, there was some things that happened and I won't go into it here, but, I just made a decision and that's okay. I feel good about it. I don't feel bad. I don't feel like, oh my God, I'm defeated or anything like that because I know how to do it and I will again. And it's about getting closer and closer to your edge because when it comes right down to it, whenever I think about all the animals, I don't cook my food for these animals. They never, I don't cook, and feed them. They all eat raw, and we are an animal. And
Yeah.
so why wouldn't we, and it just makes so much sense. And to be in the sunshine and and to be in nature, uh yeah, it's so it all makes such perfect sense. And you and Nate, Raw Food Romance, it is the perfect community if you want to feel welcome, inclusive, um and be around people that really, really care. I mean, I remember last year during our end of year campaign, y'all donated towards our campaign when it really mattered. We work hard end of year to really meet our matches. We get these awesome matches and we work so hard. And you and Nate didn't even think twice. Y'all just helped us out. And so y'all are just such giving people. And, your community reflects that. Everybody loves y'all so much.
Aw, thank you. I know we love everybody in there too. We want you to succeed, not just with Raw, but like with overall health. Because one thing that I really wanted to touch on too is to be a good voice for the animals and to advocate for them. We've got to be healthy
That's right.
too, right? It's like that saying where you can't serve from an empty cup. We have to fill our cup first so that we can serve others, be it animal or human, right? Like we need to make sure that we are healthy and be good examples, right? So adding more raw, moving that direction, that's going to be really helpful for the animals as well.
Absolutely. And you need the camaraderie, the people that are there, in the school community are so welcoming. And I've become friends with people I've never met, and real good friends, real close friends. So
I know, yeah, the people in the community, this community is just such a special group of people. And we want you to come to join the family because we have so much fun together. And yeah, it's only $33 a month now if you join before the end of July. And if you join up to be a Rowdy Girl Sanctuary supporter, do that. And if you do both in July, you're entered to win a one-on-one Zoom with both Renee and I. So we can chat, like you said, about anything. We can chat activism, veganism, raw food, or whatever. Just hang out together for an hour on Zoom. So
yeah, I can even go
yeah,
outside and show you some animals.
yeah, exactly. Oh, we'd love to see some of the animals.
Wouldn't
Oh
that be
my
fun?
God.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh,
fun. We can do something like that for sure.
yeah, that would be
Yeah.
such a blast.
And
Totally.
y'all got to get in the raffle. I mean, the raffles are fun. I mean, with all the giveaway that you're given, the 30% is 30%, right?
Yeah.
Discount code. And I wish I'd have worn my muscle shirt. I didn't wear it. I didn't even think about it. It's got eat fruit, not friends, and it's got fruit all over it, and it's got the Rowdy Go logo. It's really cute. And so, yeah. So, I mean, when you look at people like Lissa and Nate, I mean, the enthusiasm, the real deal shines through. And I think that, that is the case for real genuine people that are doing what they're doing for a greater cause. It's obvious what y'all do is because you have a love and a passion for really wanting to educate and share your experience of how raw food has changed your lives. And it's obvious that that comes through. And God is blessing. I think God is blessing you because of it. You're blessed. It's just so blessed, such a blessing. And I see that. it's the same with Tommy and I. When you just come from a place of really wanting to help and do right, blessings come.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. I'm like, you are the same. You are so wonderful. And I love your voice. You're just, you're like, you just say it because it's truth. It's fact. And people have like that cognitive dissonance. Like they hear it and they're like, like they don't want to hear it, but you just say the truth. And that's how the world is working. But we're so blind to it because we're taught, to view animals as food and to tone down the compassion, turn it off, so to speak. But you are right out there, like I said, on the front lines doing the work. And we need more people supporting people like you who are coming from a heart space, who truly care deeply about the animals. Like I just like want to cry when I read some of your posts about your connection with the animals that you have and that you've helped over the years. And like I said, the book is going to be amazing. I can't wait to read it.
Oh my God. The book is, when that book finally comes out, I don't know what, I have no idea. I've never eaten animals in my life. Wow, Joanna Sunshine, that is amazing. I have no idea what is going to happen, but I know something is. I mean, yeah, I mean, this book is going to have some great momentum behind it. So, you know, I'm willing to go wherever I'm supposed to go. But
That's amazing.
it's pretty,
Yeah.
it's
And like
pretty,
you said, God blesses, right? The blessings are going to flow. And I believe that too. I believe when you're following your passion, when you're sharing, when you're supporting others and being of service to others, animal and human, right? The blessings just come because you're
they do.
following that path of service and help and all of that. So I believe good things are coming too for you and Tommy and the sanctuary. So yeah,
I'm
you're
looking
so
forward to you
amazing. I
and
can't.
Nate coming and camping out here. Y'all should come bring your camping gear and come out
Yeah.
here and camp out at Rowdy Girl.
Yes, I totally agree. I think probably next year we'll be able to do something like that. Like maybe in the spring, late spring.
That
That
would
would
be
be super fun.
so fun if y'all came and camped out.
Oh my gosh, that would be epic. We would
Yeah,
be able to
and I
feed
and
all
you
the
know
animals.
and y'all could just make raw food every day, and I could just
Right.
like be like in heaven.
Oh, we would totally make you all the raw food. We would bring all the goodies.
I know you would. I've seen you in action.
Oh,
If you haven't seen Lissa and Nate in action, what are you waiting on? I mean,
exactly.
really.
I know we have so much fun with the classes. Like sometimes we'll start a class and we'll tell ourselves, we'll be like, okay, only 45 minutes. This class is going to be just 45 minutes. It turns into like
Never.
2 hours, and we like add bonuses and all. Like last week's class, we did the pepper nori sticks. And Nate was like, well, while you're rolling the pepper nori sticks, I could make wraps and fill them and we could eat them for lunch on the show. We're like, sure. So
Georgia North or South Carolina or something. What's that?
wondering where the sanctuary is
Oh no, the sanctuary is in Texas.
in Texas.
Yeah, it's near Austin.
That's going to be so much fun. Yeah, we definitely have to plan a trip down there to visit you, give you a hug in person,
I
and see the animals.
know.
And of course, like we said, feed you raw because we'll totally do that.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. What I need to do is do another like maybe a 3 days where all I do is watermelon and smoothies and just something and then get myself back on 100% raw. I got how much summer's left? We got August. Yeah,
yeah,
I ought to be
two
doing it. I ought to
two
be doing it.
months ish, give or
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
take.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know,
Yeah,
right?
I know it's so nice in the summertime when we have so many different fruits and the gardens are full of greens. There's so much abundance.
I love
So,
it. I
yeah.
love fruit. I love fruit. I love greens. I love salads.
Yeah, the salads. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a nice big one for dinner tonight, as per usual. But yeah, it's so wonderful to be collaborating with you for this. And
Yeah.
again, for those who are popping in right now, we are doing a collaboration together, Raw Food Romance and Rowdy Girl Sanctuary. And for the entire month of July, so you've got just over 2 weeks, actually, yeah, 2 weeks ish left to join in. What it is if you join Rowdy Girl as a support member, it's $8 a month, which is not a lot of money. It helps to support the animals and all the activism that Renee and Tommy do. $8 a month. If you join up, you are entered to win one of 3 print versions of our recipe book. So if you do win, the winners will be chosen August 1st. If you win, you get to choose one of 3 ebooks and we'll sign it and ship it out to you. So that's one of the contests. If
I
you
want
join,
to win.
yeah, you want to win. Well, maybe if we come in, if we come visit you next year, we might bring a
I
present.
want to win. Y'all gotta want to win. I mean, these recipes are epic. And to have it
Thank
in
you.
a book, I
Right?
mean, that's so
It
special.
is. It's so nice to have the print version, like you said. It's nice to flip through it and take it with you. And they're beautiful. Like they have gorgeous photographs and they're printed really nice. So yeah, so you can enter to win that by joining Rowdy Girl. You can get the link in either of our bios. Just head on over to rowdygirlsanctuary.org, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then membership, and you can sign up there. $8 a month gets you entered to win. And then on top of that, if you do sign up at $8 a month, you get a special Raw Food Romance digital ebook discount code. It's 60% off. So the code is only for those who sign up. So if you're interested in getting our ebooks, sign up for the Rowdy Girl, $8, and you get that special discount code. So that can help as well. And for the rest of the month of July, the Raw Food Romance School Community is 30% off. So if you join both the Rowdy Girl and the Raw Food Romance in July, you're entered to win a private Zoom call with both Renee and I where we can just talk about whatever. So yes,
That'll be
yeah.
so. I mean, come on. The energy's like electric. It really
Yeah, it's going to be so
is.
much fun.
It's a lot of fun. And y'all also, I would have to be. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that we made the second cut in the finals for America's favorite couple.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah. Do you know if if a vegan couple wins America's favorite couple, how huge that would be? We
Right.
would get our story in Variety magazine and $20,000 to the winner, and we're donating. If we win, we're donating every dollar to the medical treatment facility, every single dollar. And some people, y'all, we tomorrow. I think today only. If you vote today, and it's free to vote, the votes are doubled.
Oh,
So
wow. Votes are double. So how can someone vote for you? Oh, your volume is off. That's strange.
is it now?
Yeah, it's good now.
I don't
Perfect.
know what it was. But
Yeah.
if you put it in the comments, Chelsea, on how to do it, but also I think if you go to my bio, it's right there at the top. You can vote every day, and you can vote every day, and it counts for one vote. But if you vote today, they're doubled.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so everybody go to the link up here. If you're watching on Instagram, you can just tap on the title up here and it'll bring up both of our pages. Go to Rowdy Girl, give them a follow, check out the link in bio, give them a vote, sign up for the Rowdy Girl support, and give them some love because they are giving all of the love to the animals as well. So do that. And yeah, that's going to be so cool if you win. Wow.
It's been interesting. I think the Goldblums, the guy that did Jurassic Park,
Yep.
they're the
Mm-hmm.
ones hosting this.
Oh, really? That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, they are. So it's been very interesting. It's been fun, and who knows, if if
Mm-hmm.
if if a vegan couple wins, it would be super awesome for the animals.
I agree totally. And everything we do
Yeah.
for the animals, right?
Yeah. And you and Nate again, you know, we need people like you and Nate and Chef AJ and others that really love what they do. They have a passion for teaching people how to eat healthy for their bodies, you know. And so thank you for your commitment to that. It's palpable.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it is our deepest passion to be able to help people. And, even sometimes it's interesting because to us, it's normal. It's just like, oh, we think everybody knows how to blend a smoothie or how to chop an onion or whatever. But a lot of people don't. So it's our passion to be able to share these little tips and tricks. Like in the videos, we always get everybody who's like, I learned so much in this video. Just simple things like how to chop a head of lettuce a different way.
How
Everyone
to
has
cut
their ways.
an avocado. I remember that one.
Yep. Right. So it's really fun for us to be able to do that, and behind all of it is always the animals, because we went vegan for ethical reasons, and the raw is just the health side, right? We wanted to be healthier, so we chose raw, and it really is such a pleasure to be able to help others and help the animals at the same time. So that's what's cool about our collaboration. It's like you're helping yourself with the health, you're helping the animals with the Rowdy Girl support. So we hope more can go out there. Again, find Renee's Instagram, click the link in her bio. If you're watching here on YouTube, because I'm going to share this on YouTube as well, the link for everything is down below in the description box. So we'd love to see you go and support Renee.
Oh, thank you. Super fun. It's been a lot of fun. It really has. I wish the only thing missing is Nate. Where's he at?
Oh, Nate, come here. Come here. Yeah, he's gonna
Come
come
say
say hi.
hi, Nate.
Yeah, let's get Nate in here. He's coming. He's making wraps in the kitchen.
Oh, where's
Hey,
mine?
what's good?
Come
Yeah.
What's
for it.
good?
Hey.
Just,
All right, and an
just cutting up a
onion.
bunch of onions, bowls and bowls of
And
onions.
we know Lissa loves onions.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a lot of onions.
Oh,
Yeah, everybody wants to see Nate because he's so
hey.
awesome.
Oh, well, good to see you guys.
Good to
Aw.
see
I've been
you.
listening. I've been listening in. So you guys are having a good time over here.
We're having lots of fun. Thank you.
Aw.
Love you
Thank love
guys so
you.
much for everything you're doing over there, Renee. We love you so much. Big hugs.
Yeah, we have to go next
Yes,
year.
we do.
Next year after
You
the raw
do.
bundle.
We're coming for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fun.
so we'll definitely have to come down, and we'll document the whole thing, get it on YouTube. It'll be
Oh, that
such a
would be
blast.
so fun.
Maybe we do another collaboration for that
We
month that we
do, and
come.
we should have the medical treatment facility about almost finished by then.
Wow. Oh,
I know. That is amazing. All right.
oh,
It's a deal.
yes, it's a deal. We will have to plan that. Definitely. Well, it's been a pleasure, Renee, as always. Thank you so much for joining for this live.
Thank you.
You are
You're
such a
so
gem.
well, you are too. And
Oh,
so it takes one to know one.
true that. True that. Oh,
I love you, Lissa.
I love you too. All right, everybody, go support Rowdy Girl.
Y'all join. Y'all join. Join the Rowdy Club and join Raw Food Romance.
Yes. All right. We will
Bye.
see you soon. Thank you so much.
Love, love, love.
Love, love, love.